Hi, this is Chris from the Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from Political Voices Network.
Hunter Biden has been... first of all, they censured Jamal Bowman for pulling the fire alarm, so I feel safer now.
Me too.
So that's the one thing Republican Congress got done. They censured the guy that accidentally pulled the fire alarm.
In a different building.
Right. And then what was the other thing? Oh, Hunter Biden. So let's just review. The party that believes everyone should have a gun and not pay their taxes is really happy that the guy that has a gun and didn't pay his taxes. We'll talk to Glenn Kirshner in a minute, but this is what an actual witch hunt looks like. Yeah. As every legal expert has said, no one gets charged with this stuff. First of all,
he already paid his taxes.
Yes, he paid. First of all, for someone that obviously was struggling with addiction, didn't pay them, but then paid them back. No one gets charged with that gun charge. He had a gun for a day, and then oh my God! So they're all celebrating in right-wing world, right? That Hunter Biden. And where are they about? Oh, the DOJ's politicized. Really? So this is Biden's own son that this bull is happening. Bernie Hillary, yes, because what's for dinner? Biden, we better get our together. We're facing fascism and religious theocracy, right? We're resistance again. Resisting, honestly, full-on religious theocracy. Yep. This is insane. All right, we'll talk to Glenn Kirshner about it. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton threatened to prosecute any doctors who perform an abortion on a woman after a state judge ruled she may obtain one due to a medical necessity. This is what a medical emergency looks like. Kate Cox's fetus was diagnosed with trisomy 18. It's a chromosomal condition that comes with many physical abnormalities. The fetus would not be able to live more than a few days outside the womb. So Paxton said the judge's order is irrelevant as far as Texas anti-abortion law is concerned. Okay, so this is a microcosm of the entire Republican Party and country right now. Donald Trump is a crook who is about to be convicted. Ken Paxton is a crook who I think is also about to be convicted. And they're going to make decisions. Remember Trump saying there has to be some punishment for the woman. There has to be some form of punishment. Mm-hmm. Between that and Speaker God Warrior saying he's Moses, oh my God. Oh, are you sufficiently terrified? Oh, someone won Twitter with that. Hang on. Do I have tweets from this morning?
Oh, there was one I haven't.
Oh, that's the one. Yes, of course, that's the one I need. Okay.
Of course it is.
All right.
Oh yeah, there it is.
I'll paraphrase. Someone said he like Moses, he also saw a burning bush, but that was on Pornhub. Okay, so that's funny, and I love it when people work blue. Can I just say?
No, that's not the one that I didn't.
That means the son saw it too, unless he was monitoring that. See what I did there? That was Perhaps it's in my draft file. I'll find it. At any rate, I'm sure it's not your fault because it never is. Because you're mommy's perfect girl. Good morning, Sean Kamsky. Thank you for filling in once again for Chris Lavoie.
Of course. Good morning.
Good morning. How do you like your country? How do you like things are shaping up on how us oldsters set things up for you? How do you like it so far? Dear God, okay. I'm a little befuddled this morning. Can we? This is Kate Cox's lawyer. Just to let this sink in, discussing her right to, control her own body. Mm-hmm. Okay, that would be cut 11. That's why I did this.
Who very much wants to get pregnant, very much wants to expand her family, and wants to preserve her ability to have kids again in the future. And right now, the procedure that she needs to be able to do so is an abortion, because if she were to continue carrying her current pregnancy to term and deliver, she is at significant risk of losing her future fertility. She is she has health risks. Her life is at risk.
Thank
Her
you.
life is at risk.
Yeah, that's what it is. They're fine playing Russian roulette with women's lives.
Oh, yeah.
The women have actually been told to go home and bleed out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, well, you have to wait till blah, blah, blah. Then the one woman had a miscarriage in the toilet, which most women, that's
Do.
what happens if they aren't able to obtain health care.
Right.
She's going to be arrested? You're going to be arrested for flushing the toilet? I mean, stop making jokes about The Handmaid's Tale. We're there.
We're there.
Yeah. Okay. Here he is again, Kate's lawyer.
She's grateful that the court system heard that she needs an exception under Texas law. Texas law is incredibly confusing, and the doctor's hands have been tied. And so it's been incredibly frustrating for her to go through the system and now be told as a lifelong Texan that Texas law prevents you from getting the health care you need.
Okay.
How about that?
How's
lady
that
call
leave
us
it to the
again?
how's that leaving it to the states going?
Oh,
What if your attorney general happens to be a on his way to prison crook, misogynist? How about that?
And how about that lady call us back from yesterday?
Oh, Sean, I think that lady was real. You know what? I cannot be accused of making up Southern stereotypes. I'm for real. I'm a real person. Why can't these ladies just get birth control? Why do we need abortion for? Is that a pretty good impression?
That was good. It's better
She's
than your
like our
Conor
new-
McGregor.
I think Road Trip Blair Mary has perhaps left us.
I think she has.
So I'm just saying, call back again. What was her name?
I forget.
Yeah. I think she thought she would find a common cause with a lesbian and talking about, which I did. She was listening. She probably didn't know I was, because they don't get comedy. So she probably didn't know that I was, because I was like, he walking sperm receptacles. You're right. Shut your legs, ladies. Put an aspirin between your knees. Penis worshippers. What's wrong with you, you whores? Now we always do the L.A. Alexander version of whores. It's in there somewhere. Who was he calling a whore? Oh, Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah.
Well, if you're right, you're right. Okay. You know what? I need backup already early. I need a binky. Karen in Chicago. Hello. Mommy's tottering on the
Stephanie.
verge of insanity. Help Mommy.
Well, listen, it does help to talk about this stuff and sound the alarm. And, the fact that you give voice, to it and inform all of us, Stephanie, and all of the other great people. So Anita and I just recorded our episode 3, and all of y'all were name checked in it.
Thank you. True Blue Politics. Check it out.
It will. Thank you.
Yes.
And I'm just going to say, though, and we even talked about that caller yesterday. Yes, the case down in Texas where Ken Paxton is going to go ahead and prosecute, jail healthcare providers who, so the exceptions mean nothing.
Right.
They don't mean a thing. And the point that woman is missing, too, they're going to go after birth control as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what does she have to say to that?
Well,
and
and
in
as
this
we were-
woman's situation...
As we were trying to say, many
Yeah.
times birth control fails. Nothing's 100%. It's just women lose all their rights if their birth control fails.
Right. Well, and the 15-week, ban. Here's the thing. There was a woman in Ohio, 33-year-old woman. She was 22 weeks pregnant. She miscarried into the toilet,
Right.
and
Yeah.
they are criminally charging her.
I
with
covered all this. I feel
mishandling
like
of
you
a
can't hear
corpse.
me on the phone, but yes, I
I
talked to
know. No. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, but but this is it, and
This has become news for the hard of
iceberg.
hearing.
This
She's
is-
saying it again, but louder.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But I just don't think, I think we need to repeat it over and over
You're right.
and over again. Because
You're
when
right.
we go and we're talking to our families, and we talked about this a little bit on the podcast, how your voice, Bob Seska, Jody, Hal Sparks, all of the people that you have
Frangela.
introduced all of us to,
Glenn Kirshner.
Frangela,
Yeah.
it's so if one voice, doesn't resonate, another one will, because we have to have these conversations at the kitchen table, right? And just because Donald Trump is a clear and present danger to this country. And I don't know, we can talk about all of the different issues and all of the things that President Biden delivered on,
Yes.
tried to deliver on, and because the Supreme Court that we have was put in place under Trump, because people didn't heed the warnings, right?
Yep.
So now we have affirmative action being overturned, Roe v. Wade being overturned,
Yeah.
student loan.
Yeah, we're
debt
told we
forgiveness.
were being hysterical both about Donald Trump becoming president, Roe v. Wade falling. I'm, you know what? I will full on admit I am hysterical at this point, and you better be too.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Karen. Love you. Poo, poo, poo. Foo, foo, foo. Oh, by the way, someone tried to correct me that it was Dan Aykroyd, not Garrett Morris, in Hard of Hearing News. It was both of them, people.
Both of them, yeah.
Peanut butter and chocolate. Just saying, we can all, we can all agree on my ancient references. Oh, I was saying Joe Scarborough shouts all 3 hours, and it's
Right.
like news of the hard of hearing.
Right.
So Dan Aykroyd would do the regular headline, and then Garrett Morris would shout from a little
Right.
corner. Okay, I don't know how we got into that yesterday, but there we are. There it is, my first drink of the day, Z-Biotics Pre-Alcohol Probiotic. Many of you know my story. I stopped drinking wine for 3 years during COVID, during the lockdown as part of a health reset. Now I drink wine in moderation, but this is an amazing new product. I've always believed in probiotics. And Z-Biotics, check this out. You drink just one of these. It's the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. It was invented by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking. I am using this and I feel great in the morning. I don't have to worry if I have an extra glass of wine, I still feel great in the morning. Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut. I've always had acid reflux problems. It is this byproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame for your rough next day. Z-Biotics produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down. All I know is it works. It is Z-Biotics Pre-Alcohol Probiotic. Go to zbiotics.com/politicalvoices or scan the QR code on the screen right now.